got up. It's now 8 o'clock, like 8:17. Got up at like I woke up at like 7. Felt pretty good. That was a pretty good sleep, I guess. I can't really say it's like amazing sleep because obviously it's not my bed, and I'm sleeping on like a little couch. It's not even the bed that I'm sleeping in. I'm sleeping on a little couch, and every time I fall asleep and wake up, I don't know, it's like I feel my back just gets like twisted or some shit. I don't know. It hurts. Not too bad, but I'm really hungry right now. We're gonna go have some cottage cheese, which is like it's called tvarog in Russian. We just add some sour cream, sugar, mix it all up, eat it. It's very good. You guys should try it if you guys have cottage cheese lying around at home. Just do what I told you. Today we're gonna be making MANTI, which is, remember those dumpling things that I showed you guys? Yeah, we're gonna be making those ourselves. We're gonna be cutting up some meat. I'll show you guys how we twist the meat in order to cut it up. Then we're going to pack all that stuff into meat. Into dough. Obviously make them, and then we're going to tomorrow have guests over where we're gonna actually cook them and eat them. So I can't wait to have homemade MANTI. It's gonna be amazing. I hope that we're gonna be able to do something, because we've been actually kind of bored here for the past day. Like last evening we didn't do anything, so we just fell asleep. So we got to keep active. I hope people keep coming, because obviously sitting down and eating is always fun.
Into the city, into the town, not the city. We're gonna try and I don't know the word for it, but transfer the apartment onto my grandmother's name, whereas it was on my grandfather's name. So we already got all the papers, so we're just gonna head into town, into the offices or whatever, try and get that done. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna start cutting up meat for like I said, the dumplings that we're gonna make. We're trying to find a house of one of my mom's relatives, and yeah, it's impossible to find anything in this village because there's no streets. There are like tiny ass roads. There are no numbers for the houses. Like, what are you supposed to know? How are you supposed to find a house in this tiny ass village?
Everyone knows everything already.
Like, you gotta grow up to know your way around here. There are no Google Maps. You just have to know where to go, and you have to use like, different.
You have to born here.
Yeah, you have to be born here to know what you're doing, or like you have to use like different structures to get around. Like, it's relative to where you live and stuff. So it's like how to get around places, and we don't know this place, so we don't know where some of these places are to orient ourselves. I just know we're driving through a really big village.
Not that big.
It's pretty big if you think about it. We found something. I mean, all these houses look the same, so. And then we have to get past this road without breaking anything.
Второй дом, что ли?
Ты лопнешь, ты заглохнешь.
Ну, там лошадка стоит.
Где?
Вон.
О, лошадка. Little horse over there. That's kind of. Ты газуешь с этим?
Ксюша, я тебя люблю. Смотри.
That horsey over there.
Вон она.
We found it, guys. We found it. We're here. Finally on our way back. Of course, the place that we went to had a cat, so obviously I got all snotty and sneezy. It was not a good time for me at all, but it's okay. We got some vodka, so it's all gonna be good. I'll see you guys home. This loaf of bread, it's still so hot, like I can barely hold it. It's very hot, and it costs, by the conversion, like 21 cents. So just kind of like a little bit of a comparison for you guys. But this is like the best bread ever. I don't think I've ever had bread this good. Amazing.
Here's how traditionally you had to cut the meat into smaller pieces. Literally grab the pieces of meat, shove them into the little chamber here. You start just pushing them down. Бери пальцы, бери пальцы. Я просто сейчас сниму и все будет делать. And that's it.
just like that. It comes out with these little pieces. And then that's just gonna keep cutting and cutting and cutting. And then we're gonna put that into the little dumplings and we're gonna eat them tomorrow. It's gonna be amazing. We got some ground beef, we're gonna add some onions to that. Lots of pepper, salt.
Соль не соленая.
Смотри, не перед.
Да соль не соленая, соль, мама.
Пересолим потом.
Oh, yes.
Потом еще лучше. Давай лук весь.
Много.
Много?
Это еще на поджарку.
Так, воды налей мне сюда. Ага. Это, наверное, мало. И чайник есть. Воды мало будет. О, хорошо.
Ugh, хорошо. Obviously, for dumplings, you need dough, right? So we're gonna
Вот он
take that
уже,
buffalo and
мясо
mix.
уже видел, как это накручивает. Вот я муку, скажи, муку насыпает.
So yeah, it's just like a. You have to keep mixing water and
Вот она
flour.
месит тесто.
Yeah, you just gotta keep mixing flour and water together until you get like a perfect consistency.
A couple of eggs.
Couple of eggs, salt. That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's just gotta get it into a perfect consistency, and then we're gonna smack it in, make sure it's all nice and solid. Cut it up into little flat pancakes, and then we're going to mix it all up. We're gonna start adding the meat inside, and then we're going to probably freeze them overnight, take them out tomorrow morning for the guests. So we're gonna cook them, and it's gonna be really delicious.
Хорошее тесто и не густое. Сейчас перемешаю.
Ну, тесто будет хорошее очень.
Хорошее будет тесто, и не жесткое. Сейчас еще подавлю, польмем.
Он еще полежит сейчас.
Лежит.
И будем лепить мантушки. Ну, все хорошее.
Закрывать дверь? Нет?
Что?
Тесто.
Ну, конечно, оно выгорится.
Типа как.
Сюда, что ли, будет ставить?
Ага, сюда, потом сразу в холодильник. Так, куда больше некуда. И толстая лепешка, нет?
So we got the first batch in. We're ready to go. So we're just gonna put it into the steamer. Once my mom opens that up, and we're gonna. That's gonna steam for about what, an hour? Right, Mom?
30 минут.
30 minutes. That's
Ой.
gonna-
Где это?
So here's the process. Obviously, you stack those bad boys like so. Then you take the rest and you stack them on top, and then they're going to just steam very nicely for 30 minutes. Homemade noodles.
Побольше.
Homemade
Еще,
noodles.
еще побольше.
А вот
Пошире,
так?
во, пошире.
Вот так?
Вот хватит, все. И начинай резать. Все, вот так вот.
Тоненько.
Тоненько. Вот так вот.
Какую лапшу ты хочешь? Толщины, ширины?
Ширины широкую не надо, а узенькую будет нормально.
Так вот? Да.
Вот так нормально. Во, давай так. Еще поуже можно. Это широкая идет у тебя лапша.
Ага, я знаю.
Поуже можно. О, поуже. О, и все. Вот. О.
А резать?
And then you just unwrap those, and those become noodles. Little family secret sauce.
Все, можно отключать свет.
You add some, fry up some onions, and then you add some tomato sauce. Obviously some spices, and it's all gonna be delicious. Then you take the sauce and you pour it all over the mante or the dumplings, and then it's so delicious. There they are, ready to eat. Delicious.
Ага.
We have the carrot salad.
Carrot.
We have the asparagus or whatever the hell this is, but it's all Korean salad. It's delicious.
Soy.
We got homemade компот.
Давай, доставай беленькую.
We're gonna get the vodka, of course.
Владочка.
Водочка. Давай доставай водочку. Водочку. Crack the bottle open. Good.
Как, прям так открывай?
Delicious.
Сочная, хорошая. Интересно. Это все снимается.
Ага, ну чуть-чуть. Вот мне вот чуть-чуть.
Замечательно.
Сочная, да?
You should really try this vodka. Very good.
Даже водку назвал.
Рекламирую.
Давай теперь возьмем рюмки, он пока держит. Давайте.
Mom couldn't wait. She just dug in.
Давайте. За манты.
За манты
мы пьем. Давай. За манты.
Cheers.
Вот как пьют люди.
So juicy. Very delicious. Homemade mate. The stuff that we ate in Almaty, that was store bought, but it's still homemade. But this is better. Had an amazing dinner. It was really, really good. Now time to go to bed. It's only 10 o'clock, I think. Yeah, it's only 10 o'clock, but we're all tired as shit. I don't know, I still can't get out of this stupid jet lag. It's like around 8 o'clock, that's when it starts hitting me, and I really want to go to bed, but you gotta just keep on going and try to stay awake. It's hard, but I mean, it's worth it, because in the end, then it'll be easier on you in the morning and during the night, because then you won't have to stay up that long. A nostalgic thought just hit me how when I was a kid we used to come home at like 10 o'clock, dusty, dirty, and my grandma would have already like a pot of water ready, that's hot water, because at the time they didn't have an electric boiler, so they had to use they used to have like a big black wooden like you had to burn wood in order to heat up the water, but that would take way too long to heat up, and it would be like very dirty water as well. So basically every day my grandma would have a pot of water ready, and then she would have like obviously like little tubs, and then we would just sit in those tubs, and she would just wash us, like soap us. And I remember this thing, she used to fill this up with like warm water, and then after we got washed, she would just pour that over us, and we'd come out all clean. She would then like wash all our like clothes, our underwear, our socks, all those dirty things. Actually, I didn't even wear socks. We just wore like sandals. And yeah, this is the little kitchen that basically she would sit here and wash this. It's very nostalgic being in this kitchen. I mean, this bathroom. Today was a pretty good day. Ate some really delicious food. Tomorrow we're gonna have guests over. Hopefully I'll be able to record that. You guys will see how a real Russian table looks like. full of food, full of vodka, and full of very interesting people. I'm gonna head to bed, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.